Don't want that thing going off.
Well, how's the agenda look to you guys?
I thought the agenda looked
So
pretty
clean,
acceptable.
very legible.
And I don't see,
Yeah.
before we start that approval, let me see if she emailed me the minutes. It's not in my packet.
Okay.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
And I will second that.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I also read the minutes and I'm sure, well,
I was just reading them.
she made all the corrections.
Yeah, I've seen where you.
I mean, they were simple little things, really.
Yeah.
But I'd move that we accept those minutes.
I'll second that, on your recommendation.
All right.
Well, and we can discuss.
Are you trying
Until
to,
they,
are you trying to defer authority there? and just
That's what I
say,
prefer.
I'll approve them based on what Mike said.
I don't want any.
Don't go out on a limb. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Or we just need to let her know that we did that.
Yeah. Well, looks good.
Ooh, wow, we're gonna get regional water authority on the airport. So this is
Yeah.
what we were talking about, we wanted to get going.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah. Shane, turn that airport around.
Well, this is part of what Monty we were talking about, right? Getting the
Mhm.
permit going so that we get the water.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, what money, said you had to have it within a week.
Okay.
I thought, wow, Christ. I've asked him about it before, and he never gave us a permit. Request anyway.
Wow.
We just gotta decide what kind of service we want.
2 inch, 3 inch?
I think with that application, we have to give him $2,000.
Well, that's the thing, is we'll be out that, but we're guaranteed water where if this
Yeah.
district doesn't get their act together,
That's right.
we won't get any water, so.
And why wouldn't they get their act together, for Christ's sake? They got funding, they got everything going.
Well, they should, but it doesn't mean we're not being, this is kind of a contingency, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's worth the $2,000, I really do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just guessing, I know there's meters, when you sign up, it's $2,000 per meter, and so. It might be more, depending on the size of the service, I don't know, we'll find out.
Well, so, do you want any meetings, we guys?
Did we already approve the agenda?
Yeah, we did, and the minutes.
Yeah.
And that would be,
I can't remember who did it.
He did the agenda, Mike did the minutes, I think, or maybe I got it
That's
backwards.
close enough.
That's fine, close enough.
It was-
I had a 50% shot of getting it right.
right. And I just printed out the minutes, but, there's no signature, so I'll add that and bring it back to you guys.
All right.
You're getting around a little better.
Yeah.
Let's see, what did I do? I did go to
BLM.
BLM, this,
They threw you out.
no, they gave me a thumb drive with all of the coal,
Really?
federal coal ownership under the Crow Revenue Act
Mhm.
and under the new permit. And it's 100 pages, so I haven't been through it.
Is there actually federal coal under this new permit
Yeah,
inspection?
oh yeah. Well, I know that on part of ours it's federal,
Good.
but it's already been mined years ago.
Oh,
Well, I missed a little.
But that doesn't mean they don't want to do the long wall,
Yeah,
take what's left.
yeah.
I don't know, we were talking, Kashu was telling me, They did that under some of the coal that midgets had mined before,
Yeah,
and boy, it turned into a disaster.
really?
Yeah, because then as they're mining, the ground, it actually caves in and they damn near had them trapped.
Oh,
They
boy.
didn't get out, the longwall couldn't get out, and some of the miners down there didn't get out.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that works, but
Well, okay, so we only got 100 pages to go through.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be hell, that's half hour.
Yeah.
yeah.
Speed reading.
Well, I can read really fast.
And analyze, at the same time analyze what you're reading.
Well, I can read that damn fast, I just can't comprehend it.
Read it and ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's due diligence, I think.
Yeah. The governor was on the radio this morning talking about the coal mine.
Bless you.
Who was?
The governor, I listened to him and I.
About our coal mine?
Yeah.
What did he have to say?
Well, they were actually talking about how they gave money to the skating rink, which they are starting to build right now. But he was saying how they released they sped up the permitting system so they can keep mining. State
And-
permitting.
That is true. Well, so I'm sure the state did
Well, that's,
use it.
that's
Yeah.
the certified letter you got.
But that, I can't wait for him to say something about the Muscle County Commissioners meeting, so. At least I didn't hear it.
I read the newspaper this morning
Yeah?
about the Signal Peak gift to the
Mhm.
city for the ice rink.
Yeah. Nice.
Where that was quite an article I wrote. Of course, and then the governor, he had spoken about it too. He
Yeah.
was there,
He was
doing
there.
groundbreaking.
So they're starting that ice rink?
They are.
Yeah, they're starting construction right now.
Wow. So that means it was in the works to have it planned and,
Oh, it was in the works, they just didn't know they're gonna get a $6 million funding,
oh, okay.
which helped a lot.
All right, I'm gonna open for public comment. Is there any public comment on any public matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda? I don't see that we have anybody. Is there any public comment on any public matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda? I'm going 3 times. Is there any public comment on any public matter within the jurisdiction of the commission that is not on the agenda? Hearing none, public comment is closed.
That was short and sweet.
Well, I thought we will want to be warned, there's gonna be a bunch of people in here maybe at
Yeah.
3 regarding the refuse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's been controversial all of a sudden.
Well, and I've talked to several people about that, and I says, the refuse board has taken the proper position in my view. I'm gonna support that.
Yeah.
They need, there's Mr. Gary. They need to come in and they need to explain what their position is.
Yeah.
And they're, the DNRC, they haven't even talked about DNRC. Good morning.
Oh.
I need a copy of your driver's license.
Well, I think we have some good discussion
Typed
maybe.
it all up and everything, huh?
Sure.
That's pretty nice.
Sound like a tempest in a teacup.
Grass cutting
It
all this.
really doesn't matter.
It does.
Sneeze in the tap.
People just find something to get on.
They really do,
Yeah.
and that's what's happened here.
Hi.
Yeah,
Well.
Are you having a meeting or can I come in?
You can come
You
in.
Come in. As long as you bring donuts. Oh, damn.
No,
no, we just finished public comment, but if you've got public comment,
about, I have a question about the shed that's over there and I don't know who to
Oh,
talk
the
to about
shed,
it.
yeah.
Mhm.
You'd like to have it.
I'm the manager of Golden Thumb.
I figured as much.
So
Okay.
how do I get pertinent information about it?
So your name,
Nancy
She-
Peterson,
okay.
She's the
P-E-D-E-R-S-E-N.
one that's doing the excellent job over there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
love it. Fun.
I just need some storage.
I know.
Right.
And you guys have one, but apparently there's some difficulty about somebody giving it away.
Well, the refuge board had asked for it quite a while ago. But I'm not, I guess they still want it, huh?
And I'm not about to come to the refuge board meeting next week, 'cause it's gonna be a Rube.
Yeah.
Well, why not, Nancy?
Oh, cause I, just cause. So who,
Well,
what
it has
do
to
I do?
get, we're having to get in the convex box over there. Of course, they're not cheap, I know.
They're not, well, number one, yeah, this one is,
You know,
county,
cheaper
so
than
it's,
that.
you know,
Yeah, this one would be
expensive.
cheaper.
and I can pay somebody to move it over there. The Conex, I don't really care for that, it's not gonna work for me, 8x20 is just, with my storage, I
Yeah,
would prefer to have another building just like that, even if we had to pay one of the sheds, but that's, you know, that's out of the county, or not your funds, but our
Yeah.
funds. So, who do I arm wrestle over at the refuge board, or at the,
Well, we can certainly talk about it, we'll.
we got two members right
I'm
there.
I'm on the refuse board, and so
We can
Mike
talk
is
about
our
it.
mentor on the refuse board.
oh, okay, so if in fact they wanted it, but it hasn't moved, does that mean you've changed your mind? You can't find
No,
anybody to
no.
move it?
No,
They're just
No.
slow.
I wouldn't be slow. I would be very, because I need something now. My
Yeah.
storage is just abysmal. I mean, we get a lot of donations from the county, it's
Yes.
wonderful. We only have, well, the ladies that work there are my age, so, you know, we need something close and something that
Sure.
we can move in and out of.
Have you looked looked inside it to see if it had
Yeah.
the dimensions that
It's
you
fine.
want? Okay.
Lori showed me, and
Oh,
that's how
okay.
I found out about it. And she didn't know that it had already been given away or promised to somebody.
We'll talk about it, you know, if it doesn't move quick enough, I would have no problem with
It'd
it.
be pretty handy, cause it's on skids, you can just drag it right up there.
Well, yeah, and Newman can, he can move it too. I talked to his office, his wife, I guess, and
Yeah.
she said probably on a weekend, but it's something that I can use like tomorrow, Monday. I mean, I am that
Really?
desperate for space.
Nancy,
Sue Olson on one
Can I
side and
bring-
me on the other, we'll move.
There you go.
can I bring up another issue?
Sure.
So I was walking home last night after play practice, and I heard noise over there. I'm like, what the heck? So I walked around the corner,
The kids play in the back.
at least 10.
Oh, really?
Really?
So I said, what are you guys doing back here? I said, do you not see the sign that says no trespassing? Can you not read?
Probably not.
I said, you know, when you do things that you're not supposed to do, sometimes you'll get in trouble. Oh, we're sorry.
Oh,
We're allowed to be out here. I said, yes. But you're not allowed back in there.
Which brings up the fact that we have cameras back there, but we don't. Apparently the building is deficient with Wi-Fi, and we're not able to access them, and that's another issue that came
I
before.
thought they solved that.
No, there's kids back in there all the time.
Well, but we've got cameras,
I
but
mean, the Wi-Fi
nobody's
issue,
able to
yeah.
access them. I think that's Virginia. I don't know
No, I'm
much
running a
about
wire in there or something, it's supposed to resolve it, it didn't.
No.
I know.
it. So I
Yeah,
don't,
there's kids all over.
This
all over
was,
town.
where?
behind the building, between
Oh,
the
yeah,
old
right,
school.
yeah, that
That's
place,
where I
yeah, I
went
thought
to-
we had that fixed.
No.
I don't know. I know the kids get back there. Most of the time they haven't caused any damage.
You would have
for us.
known if it was fixed, cause you'd have seen them, or somebody would have.
Virginia's the one that has access on her phone to the
Oh,
cameras,
she does.
as far as
There
I
used to
know.
be a giant fence or something, one of those climb out.
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, so that's, and the other issue, and that's a county commission issue, is maybe getting an awning over a walkway. That's a safety factor in the winter, because
Yeah,
the snow
really.
blows off the roof,
About to leave, so I'm just kind of listening.
and,
Watching my
and
government.
whatever, it becomes a safety hazard. Somebody's gonna slip and fall, even after William does the walk.
Yeah,
The snow blows off the roof and it gets slippery, and people have been slipping and sliding over the winter. Anyhow, that's,
So that's the awning at the thimble.
the awning at the thimble would be, and plus fact, people just can't help themselves but to put stuff out in the snow and the rain for us to get
Yeah.
the next day. You know, they wanna get rid of it now.
yeah.
if we had an awning, at least they could put it against the building and it would protect it. And that's,
Yeah, we need to work on that, just cover that up. so-
yeah. However, that would
Yeah.
help
Yeah,
as
no,
far as
you-
people
you
dropping
need it.
stuff off.
There's a little bit of, there's a little chunk of change gonna be spent on that.
And that would, I mean, that's your building, so however, I mean, if you wanted me to get bids, but
I think maybe if you wanna pursue that, you should.
thanks.
I mean, I'm not trying to be,
I mean, I don't know the people in town as well as you guys probably do as far as who would be the best bet to build something like that.
We'll talk to some of the construction people around and see.
Okay, here's
Get-
what I have to say
get
about that.
bid for that.
we probably won't talk to anybody, so you should probably.
Yeah. You should do it yourself.
I hear.
And it would be
I'll look
nice
at it.
if you, whatever you did matched the existing.
Right, well, you
So
know, I was
that's
in
what I'm
construction,
thinking,
right?
if we drag something
Yeah,
over
unless
there and,
Understand.
Mike, you have some suggestions, Steve, Mike, but whatever, I'm trying to keep things out of our court so that we can act on them.
Sure,
Yes.
I'll see what I can find it
We've
and
got a
with a
lot of
little sketch.
contractors in town now.
Well, you can't do favoritism, so I'll check.
Yes, I can. No.
Okay, so where do I stand? You're gonna talk about the shed?
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
a note here
yeah.
to put it on our agenda.
Okay,
the
and
second.
I'm probably not gonna come to that meeting. I'm just gonna let you know. Can you deal with it
Yeah,
without me being
I'll
there?
let you know.
No, that's
Because
fine.
I'm sure the public comment's gonna get kind of rowdy.
I
No,
think
we're
where
gonna-
it sits is if,
We have ways of mitigating.
Okay,
if these guys, if the refuse doesn't take action in a certain amount of time to get that, I don't know what that would be, then I think they would be open to letting you have it. That's what I heard.
can I go to the refuge guys themselves and say, do you really need this shit?
you certainly can.
You can,
Okay, maybe if they released it, I could get it quicker.
Yeah, well, that's
you
fine.
could, see, it sounds like you get things done.
I do my best. Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
Gotcha.
Bye-bye.
So not to tell you guys what to do, but I think our next point on the schedule is reviewing the business.
Yes, excellent point. All right, that's the end of public comments.
Another gentleman.
Do you have any public comments, sir?
I'm just listening.
Okay,
I heard refuse, so my ears perked up.
okay,
He's a public listener.
I'm just watching my government work.
all right, well, it's in a well-oiled machine, is what you're.
We know each other, sir.
Kinda.
Okay.
It squeaks once in a while. Reach the hole. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're Gary Van Dyke,
Yes, sir. And you are?
Mike Turley.
Okay.
Mr. Van Dyke, my name's Ben Kirkhope, I'm the county attorney here in town.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is Norma Trent,
Hello.
Hello.
Garland, Gary Lynn,
Garland Gary.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, as well.
Mike Pankratz,
Okay. Seeing all your names. I'm just-
Commissioner Pankratz, Bob Pankratz, and Mike Goffney.
Okay.
That pretty well covers it, so.
I see. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Seeing you all, your name's floating around.
Well,
I can imagine.
They're
I
going
can see
to
whether it was good
everywhere
or
you
bad.
go.
that's right, well, I'm assuming it was bad.
There's gotta be somebody to throw eggs at. Well, eggs are too expensive at the moment. so
Yeah, you don't
rotten-
wanna do
rotten
that. You
fruit.
don't wanna throw
Yeah.
Plastic ones.
We'll see. I'll let you continue. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, what do we got, first item of business?
Oh,
Oh, I got it right there.
Review and sign the Central Montana Regional Water Authority.
I'll make the motion to review and sign the Central Montana Regional Water Authority Water Users Agreement for the airport.
And by golly, I'll second that.
Great.
Any discussion?
We needed it.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Just
Aye.
for what it's worth, there's a new hookup deposit of $5,000,
Yeah, there you go.
pre-construction hookup fee of $2,000.
Otherwise, not bad, huh?
All right, so I'm just gonna sign it, but we're gonna have to fill in the rest of
Yeah.
it. All right, so all in favor, you said aye, I guess motion carried.
Yeah, must have.
We did, didn't we just vote on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember that far back.
With that, I move that we review and sign the facility users rental agreement for use of the Riverside Fishing Access Area. This lady submitted by Sherry McVeigh, and Sherry that's her family, is going to have a family renewal there. And so she's, as I talked to Donna D, it sounds like she's already paid for it, so we just need to have her sign that agreement. So I make that motion.
I second it.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. So here's this one, I can sign. Somebody's gonna have to fill the rest of this in.
This is for proof of insurance.
Okay. Very good, thank you. All right. That's business, right?
That's the end of business. Well, I had a meeting with the County Council on Aging, which was fun.
Okay, this is good.
But they wanted to have an audit. Haven't had an audit since '77.
What?
Well, that audit may throw some light on things.
Holy smokes, man.
Well, they should have an audit. And I told them, they said, well, can we use the county auditor? I said, no, you don't want to use the county auditor. Talk to Marcy Brookie, I'm sure they have an audit area too, an auditor, so.
Right.
See what they can do there. But they have 2 new members that applied. And they need people on the panel, because they're short. Well, one of them was Dana Milton, the other one's a gal that Susie Churchill recommended, and she seemed all right. And Dana Milton, of course, we all know Dana, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I just recently got to know her.
She's good.
She is good.
She
And she's
works,
been wanting to be on that board for years, they won't let her on, because she's too controversial.
she's what?
Too controversial, but
Well, she has a very strong opinion.
yeah, she does. But
She's a strong woman.
Like I told her, you don't have to vote with her, it's a panel, that's why you need discussions, that's why. But Bobby was adamant, and damn Dana, she's a worthless son of a gun. She's just gonna make sure that old school gets built, that's all she's worried about. And so we all voted for Dana but Bobby, and Bobby said, well, that's it, I quit, and walked out and slammed the door.
What?
Just because we all outvoted him. I-
Oh, well.
And I apologized. I said, apologize to my brother. He said, oh no, we wanted him to leave. So,
Oh, my goodness.
that's the way he is. No compromise. And Dana, she's a piece of work. So,
He had the option to be influential and
I do all this stuff. I've got
and so
Betty Ross.
who is the other one?
Well, she's a gal that lives up there. Susie Churchill sold her a house, that's all I know, for sure. Never met the gal, I don't know, but she vouched for her, so she'll be on the board, we'll get to know her, I guess.
So both members were confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay, so one was Dana Milton,
This is
and we don't know the
last
other
one.
gal's name. Applied.
Oh, my goodness. Name her probably, maybe not. It's, Beefy Hayes. Bethy Hayes. Bethy, I think we spelled that wrong. Bethy Hayes is her name. She's on the board now. Along with Dana Milton.
Okay.
Betty Ross wrote a letter to Tracy. She's kinda scared to give it to her.
Is she?
Oh,
I mean,
Is it the one that Ben put together for her?
I don't think so, but maybe,
Or was it Marcy?
this is what Ben gave me to take there, I mean, this is what they have to comply with
Yeah.
Okay.
to keep their funding, which is in jeopardy, right?
Very much.
So Betty Ross constructed a letter based on the letter from Marcy that what they needed to do to comply, has she given it to her yet, do you know?
She was gonna do it yesterday, and Betty Hens was gonna go with her, so maybe she did.
And for, what was she gonna give her? I'm sorry.
The letter, you know, you have that letter, what they needed to comply?
It's been provided to Betty.
Yeah, and she's created a letter that she's gonna give to Tracy, where the
Okay.
board's gonna direct her to take those actions, I think.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And that was your first step, that, we talked about that.
Mhm.
That had to happen, so it sounds like they're taking action.
She was still critiquing it a little bit.
Just like
But-
really do it.
And then they all scurried to the insurance agent, make sure they're insured.
You didn't know if they were
Good call.
insured?
So if they
Well,
get
I
sued-
assume the board's got insurance, but they wanna make sure they're individually insured too,
Oh. In case of, yeah, okay.
because they expect a lawsuit, because they are gonna let her go one way or another. Hopefully she'll just quit, that's probably what happened.
Interesting.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is, actually, it's, this is well written, and it's, there was one issue here that talked about,
Have you wanna look at this?
Pardon me?
You read it, this?
Yep.
I respect, personally, I respect Betty Ross. She's very smart.
Yes,
She's got a lot of business sense.
she does,
She's
indeed.
been very active in the past in the community.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she took on this role, she didn't have to.
she didn't have to. right?
This is very direct. She
That's
gives
what she
them
does.
5 days.
and who was it written to?
Tracy Moody,
Oh,
that's her.
okay, yeah.
Must shall,
They already have somebody in the wings that would take her place, so.
is it Middle Muscle Shell Council of Aging, or what
Do
is
they?
it? What does
Yeah.
MM stand for?
What? It's Muscle Show County.
Well,
Council on
somebody
Aging.
applied for the job, but they got their application in
That's
a day
their.
late.
They call
Oh,
themselves
They were gonna
MMCOA.
Okay,
But they're still
Muscle
willing
Show,
to do it.
it's MCCOA.
And I don't know them either,
That's what I thought.
Okay.
She's got-
but they were highly recommended, so. Of course, they figure they'll have to have a new cook too, because they figure Tracy quits, Ashley will quit, so. Which
Well-
nobody
Well-
cared.
I don't think that's. gonna
Actually
be-
needs a job.
Who knows?
And Ashley would be a good person to be second in line, but not.
Yeah, true enough.
Not primary, no.
No, not head cook.
I think, you know, the only reason Cheryl's not there is because of Tracy.
Exactly right.
Um, Things seemed to work pretty good when she was there.
Seemed to. Had us all fooled.
That, just for the record, you know, based on what I'm hearing is there were several people that feel like they were run off by Tracy.
Oh,
There
yeah,
were,
more than several.
there were quite a few.
So I'm just keeping that in mind. might
They handed out a
put that
survey, supposedly. They handed out a survey that the seniors could fill out saying what they want to change, or whether they like it or not, you know, they had. However, the survey only went to the people that are on there now, and Tracy's the one that handled them. She's the one who picked them up and gave them to the board. Well, if there was any negative ones, I'm sure they went in the trash.
86, dude.
That ain't nice, so they should have a survey on all the seniors in